Okay. Seen the capo?
I don't know, he had the capo earlier.
Oh, where could it have gone?
Is it underneath this?
That's kind of weird.
Underneath the book? We lost his capo.
Got it.
Alright.
Always. Okay. Another 6/8 thing. One, two, three, four.
Thank you. Thank
Ah, okay. Sure.
ومالي شغل بالسوق مريت أشوفك ومالي شغل بالسوق مريت أشوفك عطشانة حفل سنين والوعد أشوفك عطشانة حفل سنين والوعد أشوفك ومالي شغل بالسوق مريت أشوفك ومالي شغل بالسوق مريت أشوفك عطشانة حفل سنين والوعد أشوفك عطشانة حفل سنين والوعد أشوفك مالي شغل بالسوق مريت أشوفك ومالي شغل بالسوق مريت أشوفك عطشانة حفل سنين والوعد أشوفك عطشانة حفل سنين والوعد أشوفك وشلون أنام الليل وأنت على بالي وشلون أنام الليل وأنت على بالي حتى السمك بالماي يبكي على حالي حتى السمك بالماي يبكي على حالي ومالي شغل بالسوق مريت أشوفك ومالي شغل بالسوق مريت أشوفك عطشانة حفل سنين والوعد أشوفك عطشانة حفل سنين والوعد أشوفك
Should we? Okay, okay.
Keep going?
Sure.
Oh,
Oh, no
no
problem.
worries, no worries. Just to make sure. And then you need to know that?
Oh yeah, sure.
Just remember that. I just remembered.
Yeah. I just don't know what to do with that transition. Okay. Let's do
And then island music.
yeah. What is that? How's that go? Yeah, sure.
Well, welcome, everyone. Welcome. Even you. Welcome to the 25th Grace Gala auction, fundraiser, and party. My name is Dan Huvel. I'm the assistant. My job tonight is to be the able assistant of Charlene McGee, who is going to, wow. She will be easy to pick out in the crowd. Also, welcome to everyone who is participating on Zoom. So we do have, want you to all to be on your best behavior. You're live on Zoom tonight. The first event on our program is a story from Will Horniak. Those of you who were here last year remember that he told us a wonderful story, and Will's been a professional storyteller since 94, I think it was 1994, and telling stories since 81 and telling lies before that when he was a young child. And he does, you should be aware that he speaks to the Grace Art Camp on a regular basis. So that's his gift to us. So anyway, without further ado, Will.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Great. Good evening. How you doing? Good. How about a hand for those incredible musicians? Were they good or what? They're fantastic. It's an honor to be here. I wanted to start out with, I want to tell you two short folk tales. The first is from Ireland, sort of in honor of what the Irish call Samhain, which we call Halloween because we're in that season. And in Ireland, there's a county called County Clare. In County Clare, there's a village called Feakle. And in Feakle, for many years, there lived a woman whose name was Biddy Early. And Biddy simply means grandmother or old woman. It's kind of a venerable term. Biddy Early was a folk healer. She knew every herb and bark and root and berry that grew all around her, and she knew how to mix those into a healing tonic or a libation. And she was also a bit of a counselor. They say that when she was a youth, she did some boon, some blessing for the wee folk, for the good folk, for the fairy people. And if you do something good for them, they'll repay you tenfold. And they gave to Biddy Early the gift of healing. When she was very, very old as dirt, she herself would have said, she was in her cottage, and she was sweeping out the front room when a knock came to the door. And she shuffled over and she opened it, and she said, oh no. Because who was standing in front of her? Death himself. You know, the Grim Reaper, he had the big scythe for harvesting human souls. And he said, grandmother, I've come for you now. For you know, every person has only so many years and months and weeks, days, hours, minutes, seconds, nanoseconds, and all your time has come to an end. And she said, oh, death. She said, I knew you'd be coming for me, but I didn't know it'd be so soon. I feel fine. And Death said, that's not the point here, grandmother. But she said, you know, I've lived a good life, a long life. I've loved and I've been loved, and so I'll be coming with you, Death, just as soon as I finish sweeping out the front room here, because I'm not leaving a dirty house behind. I don't think you seem to understand here, grandmother. I'm Death, and you'll be coming with me now. And she said, young man, I think there's something you don't understand. I've always respected the dead. I would expect a bit of respect from you now. I'm not leaving a dirty house behind. And if you were to come in here and help me and quit being such a layabout out there, maybe the two of us could get out of here all the sooner. And Death said, oh, Jesus, because he knew here was a woman you weren't going to argue with, you know. Ever meet one of those? Well, didn't Death come in, and he took the broom, and he started trying to sweep up, but he wasn't used to manual labor of any kind. And he was fumbling around, and by now Biddy Early had gone to the kitchen. And from the kitchen, she called out, she says, Death, Death, you're not much good at that. Come in here, and I want you to take that knife, cut up those potatoes and carrots, and put them in the pot there. I want to make a stew so no food goes to waste. And Death said, oh, bloody hell, And he's starting to try to cut up potatoes and carrots, but he can't do that either. And after a while, she says, what am I going to do with you, Death? I tell you what, put the knife down, go to the front room, stand by the door, because guests are going to be coming soon. It's actually a party tonight. My birthday party. Obviously my last birthday party. And I want you to go and start welcoming the guests. And he said, you want me to welcome guests? And she said, well, you can't sweep, you can't cut up vegetables. Go out there and make yourself useful. Death said, well, all right. So Death went to the front door, and people started coming out to the party. Death would say, welcome. People come in, But this was Ireland, and people had seen far stranger things than this by far. But after a while, you know how it is, people were having a shot and a pint, and they were just chatting away. Everybody was chatting away, everybody except for Death. He didn't know what to say to anybody, and nobody knew what to say to him. But finally, the food came out, and the birthday cake, and Biddy Early's grandson, he was about 10, he brought a piece of birthday cake over to Death. And he said, this is for you, sir. I brought this for you. And Death said, well, I'm Death. I don't eat any longer. It's birthday cake. Everybody eats that. Here. And Death said, well, all right. And he took a bite, but you see, beneath his robe, he was nothing more than bones. And so the cake just kind of bounced on his ribs and fell to the ground. And of course, who noticed that? All the children. And there was soon a long line of them. They all wanted to feed Death, But he was a good sport. He ate everything they served him. He even drank the punch they gave him until there were puddles of punch and piles of food at his feet. But then the music came out, and pretty soon everybody was up and dancing. And it might surprise you to know, after a while, somebody went over to the corner and pulled Death out onto the dance floor. And he wasn't very graceful, but that person danced with Death, and then someone came along and danced with Death, and Death danced with this person and that person. And as the party wore on, Death danced with everyone in the entire party, and they all danced with him. And the strangest thing was this. It was the longest party and the most festive party Biddy Early had ever had, and she had had a number of parties. Everyone had a grand time, but finally it came to an end, and Death and Biddy Early bid farewell to all the guests, and didn't she turn to him and say, I'm ready to come with you now. And she put her hand out to him, and he put that cold, bony hand of his out to her. Ah, grandmother. How about if I come for you next year at this time instead? And she said, well, Death, whatever it is you want. No, that would be fine. I can't remember when I've had such a good time. I rarely get invited to parties, let alone having people dance with me and such. I'll come for you next year. And he went away, but he came back the next year. But that year was a lot like the first year, save for the fact he was much better at sweeping and cutting up vegetables. The fact of the matter is, those parties with Death and Biddy Early lasted for years and years and years and years. And the people of that village were quite well known as being quite wise and compassionate and empathetic and a bit weird too. But most of them would say, perhaps it's because we all dance with that Death on a rather regular basis. And even though he's not always the most graceful of partners, he's certainly no one that we're afraid of. Oh, but they wanted me to make sure I told all of you there is another party coming up real soon, and all of us are invited. Thank you. A little folk tale from Morocco, because this past summer we had the great pleasure of studying Moroccan society and culture and many cultures from North Africa. In old Marrakesh, there was a good-hearted, a poor seller of sweets and cakes whose name was Kadour. And Kadour, he was good-hearted and he was good at making the sweets, but he was not good at business. He couldn't stand to see a beggar go by without food, an orphan child hungry. And so he gave away more than he sold. And of course, the townspeople noticed this. Now, can you play the townspeople for me? It's very easy. Just fold your arms like this. Can you do that? And shake your heads like that, right? And can you scowl a little? Ah, there you go. And then they would say this, right? They would say, Kadour is a fool. Oh, you're good at this. This is good. Gives away more than he sells. The fool and his money are soon parted. And you know what? The townspeople were right. They usually are about that kind of stuff. Finally, Kadur, he didn't have enough money to buy the flour and the dates and the honey to make his cakes. And he went to his brother, whose name was Saeed, a wealthy merchant, a prosperous shopkeeper. And he said, Saeed, brother, please, can you at least loan me a few gold coins so I can buy the flour I need to make my cakes? And Saeed said, brother, the world is hard. We must be strong. To loan you money would make you weak. You must fend for yourself, Kadur. And closed the door to his brother. The next day, Kadur woke up and he saw what he always saw out his window. He saw the beautiful Atlas Mountains. But this day, they seemed to beckon him to them. And a wee small voice inside of him said, Kadur, perhaps it's on the other side of those mountains that your destiny lies. And you know, he was a bit of a fool, and so he listened to wee small voices. But you know, William Blake once said, if the fool would persist in his folly, he would become wise. And so Kadur put his few scant belongings in a bundle. He took the one thing he had of value, a little red lantern, and up into the Atlas Mountains he went. For days and days and days, he was inspired by the beauty of the tall mountains and the flowing streams, and he was given great hospitality by the Berber people. And of course, they're known as the Amajik to themselves. What are they called? It's a beautiful word. It means the noble people, the free ones. They are free and they're independent, and their hospitality is legendary. And in that way did Kadur survive and came to the other side of the Atlas Mountains. And he walked for days through a dry, arid desert, but finally he saw a verdant valley, a beautiful white city, and minarets poking through. And when he made his way into it, the gatekeeper said, you have come all the way from Marrakesh? No one has ever come so far. You must come to the Pasha, the mayor, for he is a man who loves to learn of faraway places. Kadur was entertained for 3 days by the Pasha, by the mayor. And he noticed something. Everywhere, upon tabletops and shelves, even on rugs, there were strewn rubies, gold, emeralds, diamonds of all kinds. He had never seen such splendor, such wealth, such abundance. When he went to go, he said, Pasha, mayor, I have nothing to give you except for this little red lantern. But the mayor said, what a treasure. I've never seen anything so glorious. Because you see, those people had never seen glass before. And you know what is rare is valuable. And the next day he said, please, Kadur, accept a gift from me. He loaded 12 camels with jewels, emeralds, rubies, and diamonds. And also he gave him assistance so he had safe travel all the way back to Marrakesh. He stopped selling sweets after that time, you can imagine. He built a fine home. He grew orange trees, and he grew almond trees. And one day there was a knock on his door, and who do you think it was? Saeed. Brother, I have heard of your newly acquired wealth. Can you tell me how you came to such riches? Kadur was a man who was simple. He told him the entire story. And it was then Saeed said, if my brother can find such wealth by trading a simple lantern, imagine what I could gain with my gold and silver plates and my great weavings and silks. The next day, he emptied his entire shop. He bought a train of mules. He too made his way through the Atlas Mountains, but there were bandits there. They took his mules. They took his goods. They beat him brutally. He made his way to the White City, and he was weak and in need of assistance, and the Pasha treated him with great respect. They healed his wounds. They entertained him lavishly. And finally, when he went to go, Saeed said, I have nothing to give you except for this little watch. They had never seen watches before either. And it had glass over it. And the Pasha said, this is a treasure. It is beautiful. I must give you something in return. And at last Saeed said, perhaps my treasure will be returned. And the Pasha returned and said, this is what we value most, and it is yours now. A red lantern. Saeed returned with a red lantern to Marrakesh, destitute. He knocked on his brother's door, and when Kadur opened it, Saeed said, brother, I have nothing. I am destitute. Can you help me? And Kadur said, brother, the world is hard. We must be strong. And even more than that, we must help one another. You are my brother, Saeed. He threw the door wide and welcomed him in. And from that day, Saeed and Kadur worked together. They prospered greatly. They were generous to all and sundry. And all who came to their house never failed to notice a red lantern always burning in the window brightly. And that is the story from Marrakesh called The Red Lantern. Thank you.
Good evening again. My name is Charlene McGee. Thank you, Will, and thank you to our band for the amazing performance. So just a little bit about myself. As I see my dad watching over here, he passed me a note. So my family have been attending Grace since 1992. I was actually reflecting and thinking, I'm like, I think I was in high school when this started. Because if it's 25 years old, don't calculate my age. I've aged with this. I was 16 in high school. This has definitely been a favorite for this community. This event serves as a cornerstone to allow the church to continue to do the ministry of God's work. So I'm definitely honored and privileged to be here today to encourage all of you to work with us so that we can exceed our financial goals. You didn't clap. Father Martin was ready. So with tonight, we do have a goal set with the very favorite paddle race. And when that time comes, we'll lead you through an exercise to get us to that goal. Other activities we have planned for tonight includes 11 live auction items. We have 3 raffles. We'll also have 3 trivia. Along with the trivia questions, you will have the privilege of maintaining bragging rights until next year. Spread throughout the program tonight, you'll also have an opportunity to hear from our award-winning Father Martin special song that we might, is this the year we're gonna nominate you for the Emmy? There we go. So please prepare, enjoy yourselves, get to know others at the table, and let's prepare to have a good time. With that, I'll call on Father Martin for invocation.
The late Canadian folk singer John Mann was the lead singer of a band called Spirit of the West, which, for, if you're a Gen Xer in Canada, was a formative band. And at a certain point, they got into middle age, and the band decided they were going to stop touring because it's hard to keep touring when you're not in your 20s anymore. And John said, I guess I'm okay with Spirit of the West not touring anymore, as long as what I do in the future involves applause. And anyway, I was thinking of that as heading up here. There's something delightful about applause. Thank you for that, and thank you for being here. There's something moving and healing about being in this room with all of you. This has been a time, this last 2.5, 3 years. Holy smokes! And taxing in so many ways. And here we are together. And thanks be to God for that. It's a gift to see all of you, some old friends and some new ones. I'm grateful for that, to be sharing in a wonderful meal and stories. And oh man, the pressure is on, Charlene. Emmy award-winning songs. We've we've started eating, but I'm advised that grace still works, that saying grace still works. So why don't we sing, this is a repeat after me invocation. It goes like this. For food in a world where many walk in hunger, for food in a world where many walk in hunger, for faith in a world where many walk in fear, for faith in a world where many walk in fear, for friends in a world where many walk alone, for friends in a world where many walk alone, we give thee humble thanks, O God. Amen. We give thee humble thanks, O God. Amen. So glad to be with you. Enjoy.
So here's how the evening's going to progress. First of all, a big thanks to all the volunteers. You see their names up on the screen. I took a second to count. There's like over 60 people that contributed to this fine evening. So heartfelt thanks to everybody who helped out. It's a blessing for all of us. The process continues throughout the evening. Remember the silent auction. So if you are still wanting to participate in that, do it. I understand there's still some bargains to be had. Even if they aren't bargains, they're worth it anyway. So. We will have a first of our 3 raffles. We have similar to last year. If you were here, we have painted bags, lunch bags, and inside each bag is an apron, which I believe is hand painted, handmade anyway, and a bag of peach coffee, which is like gold, and we have an interesting opportunity here for the first raffle winner. We have 2 chocolate bars and we have 1 glass of wine or bottle of wine. So we'll, if you're the first winner, do the right thing. You can pay it forward and let the next person win the wine or take it. It's up to you. But they're nice looking chocolate bars that are there as well. So, and then we'll move on with the program. So without further ado, I would ask Miss Charlene to grab the bag of raffle tickets and maybe ask her honorable father to pull a ticket. You do need to be present to win and speak up. And it's possible that a person watching on Zoom has won this too. So we'll see how it goes. So the winning ticket here is, I was going to ask for a drum roll, but we'll do that later. Thank you very much. 387152. 387152. Yeah. Come on up. So now the test. A bag with wine or chocolate?
No pressure.
It's tough, I know.
Yeah. So coffee with wine, coffee with chocolate, or coffee.
Coffee with chocolate.
Coffee with chocolate. I think I'll do coffee with wine.
Smart man. The wine's gone, folks. Sorry. I understand this person could be bought, though, so. There we go. Good to go. Congratulations. We have 2 more to go later in the evening, and the chocolate's really good. So, at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Dan Carlson, who will tease all of our knowledge with the trivia question, grace-related, of course.
Thank you, fellow Dan. I'm Dan Carlson, and I moments ago was press ganged into being your trivia master for tonight. I was given 4 questions, which were rushed up here from the high security trivia vaults that we keep here at Grace Memorial. I have not vetted them for accuracy, but I get them from trusted kilt-wearing sources, so I have nothing but confidence in their accuracy. So I understand that bragging rights are to be distributed. I don't understand how that's to be done, but I am going to give you a question, and I guess if someone feels they know the answer, maybe this will be kind of a buzz-in first kind of deal. So question number 1 for the evening. These are all drawn, by the way, from a very fascinating overview of Grace's history that was given to us this past Sunday. Ask Nancy for more details. So I hope you were taking notes. Question number 1. What patron purchased the land upon which Grace sits to this very day? Does anyone feel like they can answer this? Yes? Angeline Berry is the correct question. Award that woman some bragging rights right now. Right now.
Well done, Demetria. So, we're here to auction. We're here to eat and to auction. I didn't get dinner, but I will participate in the auction with you. So, how to bid. It's like any other auction that you've been to. You all have in your envelope, a big, I think it's yellow number. When we start the bidding, if you want to bid a certain amount, we get to it, raise your number. Hold it up high, we'll acknowledge it, and then we'll try to neutralize your participation by having somebody with a higher offer until we absolutely exhaust everybody's generosity. We'll start off, since we're sitting here having a wonderful dinner, we'll start off with a wonderful dessert opportunity with a cheesecake made and donated by Kurt Germanson. I can speak from experience. I ate one of these yesterday. No, actually, I did buy one in a previous auction, and it's wonderful. I think it'll feed about 100 people. So I would open the bidding for this delicacy at, I don't know, $35. Who'd give me $35 for that? I got $35 right here. But it's worth much more. It's worth much more than $35. I think these things have gone for in the low hundreds in the past. There's a back in the back for I'm sorry, but I didn't give you a number, did I? How about 40? $40. $40. Okay, $40 is gone. Okay, 50. Okay, $50. How about 55? I'm getting the hang of this. 55. Okay, 55. Got $55 for a cake. 60 is easily worth that. $60. 60. Got any more? 65 for anybody. 65. Let's go to 75. $75 for a cheesecake, and it's worth at least $20 a slice. $75. $75. $75 with back in the back there, the man who had $75. How about $85? $85? It's a bargain. It's a bargain. There's at least $80 worth of materials in this cake. $85. Okay. $85. Excellent, excellent, excellent. $90. $90 for the cake. You only get this chance once a year. $90. $90. Excellent. Let's go to 95. We'll keep on bumping it up in $5. $95 for a Kirk Germanson cake. There you go. $95. Even $100. $100 for a cake. Excellent. Well done. Thanks, Keith. So Keith Range is willing to spend $100 on a cake. You got to be willing to spend 105. Somebody's got to be good for 105. $100. You got to be a good friend of Keith's. You can have a piece of this cake. Okay. 105. Got 105. Excellent. Well done. Okay. 110. 110. Come on, Keith. $110. $110. You got a bidding war going on. I love it. I love it. $110 back here with Keith. 110. 110. 110. Excellent. Well done. $110 for Kurt Germanson cheesecake. Thank you. Number 394. 394. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Kurt. Now, the item that's near and dear to my heart, a case of French wine donated by Corbett Clark. I've managed to buy this the last 2 years in a row. But I'm up here so I don't get a bid. I can speak from experience that Corbett selects really, really nice wines. Really nice wines. And this is 10 red bottles and 2 whites. Let's start he puts a value at $300. Let's start the bidding at $250. Oh my God. Oh my God. So, Corbett, last year you included a little flyer that described each of the wines. Are you doing that again? Okay, that's really handy, really handy. You know which ones to keep and which ones to give away as gifts. Right? So, which was none. So, let's start the bidding at the value that Corbett sets, $300. $300, got that? Let's go $325. $325, $325, $350. $350 for 12 bottles of really good wine. Really good. $350, $400. Let's go to bump it on up. $400. Excellent. Good choice. Good choice. $425. $425. 12 bottles. This is 12 bottles of good. $425. We got it a couple of times. So let's make it $450. Okay, $450. $450. $450. It went for more than that last year. $450. $475. $475. Got that. How about $500? $500. It's $500. $5 and a quarter. $5 and a quarter. Got $5 and a quarter. $550. $550. This is French wine, folks. This is it's imported. $550. $575. $575. Got $575. I got wine lovers here. I'm looking at you, wine lover. Okay, $575. $575 for 12 bottles of good French wine. $575. Got your 6? Anybody go to 6? $600. $600 even. Excellent. $600 once. $600 twice. So I'm sorry, $625. I'm sorry, 6 and a quarter. We're at 6. 620. I'm not a professional. $625. $625. $625. Gone for 6. Good choice. Number 335. 335. I feel kind of bad about that, actually. I didn't. Did you do 625? Oh, my apologies. Oh, my. Pressure's on. No pies to buy? I'm sorry, so I apologize. We're at 625 then. 620, let her have it? Okay, 625, you got it. Our next item is donated by Larry Snyder, and he's done this for the last at least couple of auctions. And he is a real expert at genealogy and heritage and coats of arms and all of that historical stuff related to families and heritage. And Larry very generously, once again, will electronically research and prepare a genealogical study of your family and provide a written report and a digital report and provide any help that you need in further investigating your family's lineage. It's a real treasure, and as you can see in your program that he's been getting tracing families back into the 1400s the last year and always, at least into the 1600s, maybe once in the 1700s. It's a real treasure. I'd start the bidding on that at $250 for him to do a genealogy study of your family. So, you got 250. How about 300? That's for 300. 300, 325, 325. For 325, 350, 350, 350, 75, 375. Anybody for 375? It's worth 375. Let's go to 400. $400. $400. Thank you so much. $400. Martin's standing up here, not doing that though. $400. Okay. 425. $425. $425. $450. $450 for Larry's very personal investigation of your family history. Hopefully, he won't share any deep, dark secrets that you might come across, but he's very, very discreet. So where are we at? 425 with it? Okay, 425. Got one more for 425. Larry's willing to do this twice, to be honest. So if anybody wants to match the 425, you can have it with him. You got it. So we got two 425s gone. Thank you so much. So 377, 353. No. Now you can give away Steve Lovett's house rather than, so he doesn't have to be bidding on it.
So continue with the fun. Our next bid is a lovely 1 week at the beach house, and this item has been donated by Steve Lovett and Connie Sullivan. The value is $1,500. So the starting bid is $525. $525. It's a great location, quiet. This could be a fun opportunity to connect with some family and friends. You can split a couple of ways. So we started with $525. You're ready to go. $625. $725. $825, which is $925. $950. $950. Oh, $950. $1,000. $1,250. $1,250. $1,004. There we go. $1,004. Do we have $1,550? $1,550. There we go. I'm loving this. $1,650. There we go. $1,750. Who's out there? Remember, the point of this game is to outbid. So somebody puts it up, you put it up. So $1,650, $1,750, It's only 1750. There we go. This is how my 14-year-old talks to me. Mommy, it's only. I'm like, do you know what only means, child? So 1750. You don't need to duck. Stand high, stand tall. 1850. Are you trying to team up? Oh. 1850? Yeah. Do you want to go up again for 1950? 1850. 1950. Do we just want to round it up to 2,000? 2,000? Come on. You can do it. It's for a great cause. You don't need to hold your hand, just feel liberated. Who wants to go up to 2,000? Right now, we're only at 1850. 1950. 1950, 2,000. Sold. Thank you, 1950. So the next item, I can tell you all about it. This is donated by the McGee's. The sous chef, Mama McGee, prepares the meal. This will be for dinner for 15. So a little bit of a Liberian dish. If you enjoy soul food, if you're trying to fire up your taste buds, if you're trying to explore that connection between West Africa and Black American culture, this is the meal and experience for you. So the McGee's, I'm technically a McGee colleague. My husband likes to remind me. I was like, but I'm still a McGee. He's like, McGee colleague. But in this instance, the McGee's are donating 2 lovely Liberian homemade prepared meals. The starting value is $500. We're just going out the gates. $500. 363. So 500 was the starting. We'll do 650 as the second. 391. 750. We're at 750. 850. We have a connection, remember. Let's not lose our connection. 650. 750. 750. 850. There we go. Remember, you can come in as a group at your table. So we're at 750, 850. 750. I'm trying to go a little higher, Fighter Martin. 750. 750. You want to go higher? 850. 850. 850. 850. 950. Remember, that's the point of tonight. Higher and higher. It's for a great cause. And you have wonderful time and wonderful experience. Of course. How do I tell my dad no? There we go. Yes.
Okay. I'll take it for $1,000 if you will come and eat dinner with us.
What?
Yes, we will.
So we at 1,000, 850. So we do have two dinners. You want to do one at 1,000 and one at 1,100. Do you want to match that? So great. We sold 1,000, 1,100. Thank you very much. So the next item is an opportunity to support your local, my favorite, Portland Trail Blazers. I don't know if you've been following basketball, but I'll just tell you right now, your Blazers are making history. We've started with a winning record for the first time since 1999. I was in high school at the time. You'll have an opportunity to check out Damian Lillard, who is listed among one of the top 75 greatest basketball players of all time. He is an all-star who gets to play alongside several other amazing athletes. This item is being donated to us tonight by Peter West and Louise Tippins. So thank you. There are several dates to pick from, starting in December and going all the way through March. The value is $250. The seats are located in section 211, which are actually really great seats. Row D, seats 3 and 4. That's where I know where you are. Mm-hmm. So with that, the starting bid is at $200 for 2 pairs of tickets to check out the Portland Trail Blazers. So 200. Yes, always go Blazers. In part, inspired by this red. So 329, 200, 250, 250, 350, 350, 350, 375, 375, 331, 400. I'm like, what's the next? 400. A great cause. You get to see the Blazers. You get to sit next to your closest 19,993 closest friends. 400. 425. 425. 450. It's only $450. You get to check out Damian Lillard and the Blazers. And you can cheer us on to continue our home winning streak. And the swag. Those are probably, honestly, I think, collectible items. Because I think there's only so many that are ever made. It doesn't say in there, but I'm pretty sure because we are there all the time. 400? 425? 400? 425? We should stop there. 450. 450. 450. 475. So this is what I'll do, because I know I'm gonna be in Liberia in December. I don't know when, but I know I will be missing some games. So let's go for $475. We'll sell 2 tickets, and I'll donate 2 pairs of tickets. So we can have. So these are 2 sets of tickets. So we got two pairs of tickets. You tracking? Can you put on your numbers, please? And we'll make the arrangements, and I'll transfer the tickets. So 3. So my date could likely be in any of these dates. Whatever you have will work. 332 and 331. So there we go. Awesome.
So Charlene's twisted this thing all around. I got it. Well, that's a hard, tough act to follow, but we will follow it with the paddle raise to come up in just a moment. When we get to the paddle raise, recall that our goal, this is just giving. Just simply giving in thanks for all that the church does for us and does for the community. And that this is our way to do something for them, or for us, I guess, really. Our goal tonight is going to be $20,000. So think about that while we watch a slideshow kind of showing us what grace is all about. So. Wow. If that doesn't inspire you to participate, nothing's going to. So here's how the paddle raise works. Probably all have done this in the past. It's we will just simply list a number. You can opt to raise your number, hold the number up high, keep it up until we get them written down, and I'll call the numbers off. They'll write them down. Then you can put your number down. If you want to put it back up again and bid again, you can probably do that. We'll figure that out. I feel a strange presence behind me. You ready to go here?
Yes.
Okay.
It's an opportunity for everybody to get.
Okay. Leading into it, we have an anonymous donation to kick us off of $2,500. If anybody feels so inclined to match that $2,500 pledge, that would be, of course, greatly appreciated. Anybody good for 25? We are good for 25. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Steve. Very, very generous. Anybody else at that level? What we're going to do is we work our way down. We'll scale the thing down to be able to include everybody at whatever their opportunity, their means are. And we're going to, Charlene will discuss various aspects of the ministry here at Grace attached to each number. They're relatively randomly chosen. There's no, if the program you're involved with is attached to $1,000, doesn't mean it's any more valuable than the programs attached to $50. We just picked them randomly. So, with that, we'll ask for people who are willing to donate $1,500 at the paddle raise. $1,500.
So
We have 150, number 329. 329. Thank you. Thank you.
So $1,500 supports the food ministries.
Any more about that? No pressure.
I'll slide this way. So,
We gave her crib notes and everything.
So at Grace, our food ministries includes the Little Free Pantry, the Free Lunch Collective, and Sack Lunch Ministries, all of which supports family in need and address the food hunger within our community. So we have another donation, $353.
1,500. Thank you.
you.
Thank you. 353. See what you did? Okay, we'll move on from 1,500 down to $1,000. The technology and outreach level that we have 356.
So a little bit at $1,000, you support our technology ministry, which allows live stream services and events, supports our digital missioner online and fosters online participation in concerts and performances. $1,000.
$1,000. 333. Technology makes this happen. Technology is what's connecting us with the people watching on Zoom right now. It's just absolutely expanded Grace's reach.
Let's wave at them.
$1,000. Anybody else at $1,000? Well, that's right. Wave to the Zoom people. Wish you were here. Last chance at $1,000. $1,000. $315. Thank you so much, Martin. Go to 500.
So at $500, this supports our community partnerships, which includes FAME, Grace Commons, our interfaith collaboration, and 12 steps meetings.
$500. We have 379, 327, 332, 357. This is wonderful. 394, 345, 322. Raise them high. For 20 years, I lived across the street from Grace and saw what an absolutely vital part of the community it really is here. So thank you so much for your appreciation or support there. So that's done for $500. Anybody else at $500? Go to $250, $250. $376,
So at-
384, 359, 370, okay. Okay, I'm excited.
You excited?
You with me? 377. Hold them up, Charlene. Make a pitch.
So at only 250, actually, before we do this, let's put our hands together for our youth who've been working and supporting this event. At one point in time, I was a youth, but I do fall in the family category. So $250 supports the Grace Art Camp, Parish Retreat, and Family Camp.
I was a youth.
That is you.
I was a youth before she was alive. We have 328, 361. Any more? Oh, 395, 330. Any more? $250.
346.
Whoop, got-
346.
Good job. Nice catch. Any more? 250 for the youth. We'll go to $100. $100 paddle raise. Number 311, thank you. 318, 319, 300. I'll get you, Charlene. 391. Okay. Okay.
391, 316.
Okay.
We'll alternate.
You know this 300, 354. And we'll take a break, Charlene.
368.
No, I've got to have you talk.
Oh,
You got the 368?
we have the rhythm. So at $100, you support our music ministry. We support our choir, purchase bells for the choir, supports concert, services, and pageant.
Okay. So,
I'm like, Sue,
Okay.
you wanna come?
first of all, round of applause for everybody who's been holding their cards up so long. Okay, 371, 348, 350, 347, 386, 331. Getting tired? 363 and 300. I'm not sure if we caught the 300 earlier. Good? We're good. Okay. I couldn't hear it.
So 366 for the youth for 250.
Got it. Okay. Thank you. We're on to fellowship, are we not? No, we just did fellowship.
Just did-
Music.
So now we're on
Music.
fellowship.
Fellowship.
We just wrapped up music. Teamwork. We're together.
Okay, I got it. I'm with you. Okay.
So at $50,
$50 for music. Got it.
you support. So $50, you support fellowship, which includes the Grace Gala, Circle of Grace, Coffee Hour, and Real Theology. So at $50,
Okay. No. Fellowship is supposed to have been $100. We're at
let's roll with
$50.
it.
We're at $50 anyway, okay?
Roll with it. Roll with the slide.
We'll go with it. 350. Or 50. Okay. Number 389, 325, 324, 387,
386.
$50, 386. Any more at $50? Okay, and then lastly, we want to, thank you. We want to do one more level, that's just $10, and our hope is that we can get everybody to do $10, which will take about 25 minutes, or I'll call the numbers off, but that's okay.
And we'll
But
count
if we
to
can
three.
do that, we'll come up with $1,000 extra, if we can get everybody to give $10.
Let's count to three.
So,
1,
okay,
2.
raise them high.
Raise it high. There we
Okay,
go.
I'm going to work clockwise from over here. 395. I got 371. 322, 348, 345, 347, 350, 374, 319. How we doing? Okay. 389, 331, 368, 325, 330, 329. Still with me? Okay. 311, 324, 387. Deep breath. 391, 300,
You can
316.
switch to the other hand.
328. It's okay to use both hands. 361, 353, 356, 327, 3294, 376, 318, 372, 377. Did everybody get the chance? Wonderful. Thank you all. Way to certainly. Let's move on to Dan. Let's hear a round of applause for everybody that's done that. That's just it's really heartwarming to see this. Oh man. So we're $700 short. So if anybody feels the need, let the nice lady, let Carol Ann know that you want to get added on to the paddle race for.
Or do we want to do a challenge by raising the cards? $100 more?
Look. So what do you say? What do you say in there? Bring it up. Wonderful. 338. Thank you so much. Oh, I was so nervous we wouldn't make it. Let's move on to another stimulating trivia question from Dan Carlson.
I'm ready. Training, clean living, that's why it got me here. All right, so when last I was up here, Demetria was our unchallenged trivia champion. Is anyone else prepared to earn some bragging rights? We're about to find out. All right, so Angeline Berry had left us a deed to some land when last we were telling the story. There was a certain kind of flaw in that deed. There was a special condition which caused some complications in the life of Grace Memorial. Does anyone have the ability to name that flaw, that special condition that was in the deed? Fair enough. This is a very subjectively considered flaw. It may be a feature, depending on how you feel. Yes? Correct. Correct. Please distribute more bragging rights.
Now Charlene for a raffle. One more raffle ticket. What do we want to let? How about who wants to pull the number? There we go. A brave volunteer. Want to read it? I got it? Okay. And the number is, drum roll. Thank you, thank you. 387237. Hey, there's only one winner. There you go. You can't turn down a man with a bow tie. Well, unfortunately, another rotten person took the wine, but you can have a candy bar and the bag and the coffee and the apron. Congratulations. You can choose the one you want. Congratulations, congratulations. Thank you again to all of the donors for all of the wonderful gifts and the raffle prizes and particularly the items donated for the silent auction and the live auction tonight. It's a fine-looking apron, man. It is a fine-looking apron. Look at that. We should auction that off. Also, remember the silent auction's going on till 10 o'clock. You've got 2 hours to do your Christmas shopping. Okay, the second round of live auction items. And right on schedule. So the first item is another cheesecake. I'm pretty sure the last one went for $500. But we'll be more modest and start the bidding at $50 for the second of the Kurt Germanson famous cheesecakes. So, $50 for a cheesecake, $50. We got $50, we got $55. Anybody hungry for $55 for a wonderful cheesecake? $55 it is, $60. Good for 60. If you don't go higher, you're going to make the first person feel bad. They paid $110, I think. So $60, 65. $65, $65, 65, $70. $70 for Kurt's cake. That sounds good. Kurt's cake. $70 for Kurt Germanson cheesecake. $70, $70, 75, $75. Hungry people, $75, $80, $80. We really should match what we had before. $80 for Kurt Germanson cheesecake. If you've ever had one, you'd be happy. $80 for $85. I'm looking at you. $85, $85, $85, $90, $90. It really is a good cake. I really did buy one. $90, $90, $95. Thank you so much. $95, $95, $95, $100, even $100. You can cut it in really small pieces, $5 a piece. $100, $100 for the cake. We're at 95. Anybody want to beat 95? $95 it is. $95. We're going to measure Peyton Sneed's waistline tonight, and then we'll see how it is after he eats the cake. So, huh? Well, I thought Peyton bought it. Excellent choice. Sorry about that. We'll measure your waistline and see how you do it afterwards. Next up, another vacation home. This is Keith Rain's home at Seaside. Just a block from the beach. Wonderful little town. Everybody's been to Seaside. I think it is at 3 bedrooms, Keith? 4 bedrooms. 4 bedrooms. Oh my God. 4 bedrooms. Let's start the bidding at $500. He has a value set at $1,500. So he'll give me $500 for a week in Seaside. 7 nights. Count them 7. $500. $500. Number 363. 550. 550. 550. 600. $600 for a week in Seaside. Close to home. Got corn dogs at the bumper car place. They're really good. Caramel corn, $600. $600. Yes. Any more? $600 it is. Come on, $600. Here we go. $600. Go $650. $650. Corbett for $600. $600 once. $600 twice. Okay, $650. $650. I'm sorry. I'll get the hang of this. $700. $700 now. We're at $650. $700. It's $100 a night. You couldn't stay in a Motel 6 anymore for $100 a night. We're at $650. $700. $700. $700. $750. $750. $750. $800. $800. It's a little over $100 a night now. $800. A bargain at twice the price. $800 for a week in Seaside. A week in Seaside for $800. $750 it is. Raise your number again. Make sure we get the right. Got it. 363. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you, Keith. Okay, we're back into the wine. This is an Oregon wine sampler. I believe it's 6 bottles. A Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, a Rosé, Riesling, a Syrah, and Tempranillo. Good stuff. Start the bidding at $100 for 6 bottles. $100 it is. $125. $125. $125. $150. $150. $175. $175. $200. $200. That's what the actual value is set at. $200. $225. $225 for 6 good bottles of wine. $225. Anybody good for $225? $225? $200. $200 sold. Okay. Thank you very much. That's a bargain. Good deal. Now, turn it back to Charlene.
So our next item is a cabin on the Sandy River. It includes 7 days, 6 nights. You did it last year? Do you want to talk about it?
There's trails around the property. Okay, go to the pitch. You know, I gotta tell you, I liked it so much that my daughter and
That you're about to bid again.
No, because my daughter and I bought a cabin about 5 miles away, but it's nowhere near as nice as this one. No, this is like on acres. I didn't want to ask because I think that's like asking how much money you have in the bank. So I wanted to say, well, how many acres are there here? But I didn't. But it's
6 acres.
Oh, well, all right. It seemed like way more than that. Really did, because you just wandered through trails, picnic table by the river. There's no one else around. You should get it. Whoever is thinking about it, you should get it.
With that, let's get the party started. And guess what if you do that? You get to offer it up in the auction. Sounds like a good idea. So the value of this is only $1,200. In the words of teenagers, only $1,200. So our starting bid is at $850. 363. Do we have a 950 out there? I thought that kid jumped in. If your kid jumps, we're gonna tax you. We're currently at 850. Oh. Who wants to compete? Remember the fun of this? So since you started with 850, would you like to start it at 1,002? Oh, 950. $1,100. Yep, I see you nodding. That was permission to put it up. I saw that. Wait, that was 1,250. 1,002. It's only 1,250. Don't worry about the paper. Listen to my voice. 1,250. 1,350. Only 1,350. You are not going to lose tonight. That was your goal. 1450. Remember, I'm the only one you need to make eye contact with. 1450. 1450. Relax, take a break from Portland. Reset, peace, quiet. You won't even hear my voice. 1450. So we're going to wait for you to take the sip of water. 1450. 1450. I like you very much. You're making eye contact. Remember, look this way. Guess what? The mic is this long. 1450. S. Sold. Our next item, that was fun. So I feel like now you're not even gonna look at me, you're just turning sideways. So the next item is, I'm hearing all the chatters already. Does Sneed want to get up here and talk about the pizza experience?
So, as you can see by the picture, we have a lovely wood-fired pizza oven in our backyard. We would love to host your party of 8. We can grill some delicious stuff on the grill, but the best part is making the pizza. We'll have the dough and all the fixings. You can roll it out yourself. You can put on all the toppings that you want and stick it in that wood fire. What's the oven temperature, Peyton? It can get really hot, and it takes like 2 minutes, and your pizza's done. It's magical. It's wonderful. Cocktails, beer, wine, delightful food all around. It's
and
great.
You get to spend time with the.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Of course.
So with that, the value is at $400, and our starting bid tonight will be $300. Let's make this fun. $350. $350. $450. $475. $475. $500. $525. $525. We'll let you take a sip. You ready? Reverend Corbett, you ready? $550. You're right now, you're $525. I love that energy. Oh, you should do that again. We're currently at $525, and we're thinking about $550. Reverend Corbett, take a sip. He's like, don't play with me. $525. $550. $525. $550. $575. Let's go to $600. It's only $25 more. Only for a great cause. $600. $600. I think I'm gonna close my eyes because people are feeling pressure looking at me. Come on. 600. 575. So, let's put our hands together to thank all of our donors. Let's continue to clap and welcome our award-winning Fada Martin. Make this go viral, please.
That's right. The soon to be viral song. Do I have some folks to help me with lyrics and signage? Phoebe, are you going to do that? Thank you very much. Gang, thank you so much for being so generous this evening. It's really wonderful that this event makes it possible for us to in turn be generous with this building. There are churches that are in use for 2 or 3 hours a week on Sunday morning. This is not one of them. This church is a busy 6 and 7 days a week, with folks finding sobriety and sanity in 12-step groups, with concerts going on, with community groups meeting, with Fame and Grace Institute, where folks are creating beauty and meaning and joy and discovering that they are artists. It's filled with the shouts of Taekwondo a couple of times a week. And then maybe it sort of seems goofy or silly. It's beautiful. You guys, it's beautiful. We were here for, what is it called when you get a new belt? The sort of leveling up promotion ceremony. A couple of weeks ago, we were here because my son participates in Taekwondo. And it was really lovely seeing how that community supports one another. So you do what's called your pattern, your different moves, and then you break a board. And some people break a board very promptly, and some people struggle for a while to break a board. And the community was so generous with folks who were taking a while to break the board. Nobody in that discipline, nobody needs to be a loser for me to be a winner. And there's something really beautiful about that. I'm so glad we are able to host that here. So thank you for making that possible. It's a joy, and I would actually say an expression of the gospel that this building is busy so much of the time. We want this place to be a gift to the community, and that's just going to keep on happening thanks to your support. So thank you for that. This is the soon-to-be Emmy award-winning song. Now, I mean, how much pressure is this? This is so much pressure. So Martin Luther writes a bunch of hymns, right? And in addition to nailing stuff to the wall, and in addition to having like fights with the Pope, he writes a lot of hymns. And the lore says that Luther is getting his inspiration from the pub scene, that he is heading down to the local public house and listening to beer drinking numbers, like Stein swinging numbers. And that is what shapes his hymn writing, right? And it's a bit of a trip to think of that if we're used to thinking of this music as being super pious. But actually, if you listen to a tune like the one we're going to sing, Ein fester Berg, which is known to us in English as a mighty fortress is our God, you can actually rediscover da bum bum ba da 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 da. You can hear this. You can hear the Stein swinging da bum 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 ba da dum bum, and down it comes in that. So we are going to rediscover Luther as Stein swinging, table pounding, lederhosen wearing. You can hear the papa tuba in the background. Song. I should give you one of the pieces of paper so you can follow along. Sue, are you ready? Oh, yeah. Right. This is a gift of Terry Cesar, right? Yeah. Terry is a very faithful member of the 8 a.m. service, moved recently, and had less room and said, Grace should really have a piano. And
Are Billy and Vern Wilson, who were longtime members here, and he was head of music for all of the Portland Public City schools in the area during their time. So this is a really super special historical gift for us.
right on. Thank you. On 17th Avenue and Weidler Street, a place of song and service. Hungry for prayer, hungry to eat, folks gather here to worship. Ask you what this place be.
What it be?
Grace Memorial, it is we. For all people, we are a parish. In the heart of the city we cherish. We say yes to God and neighbor. With dignity of risk, fame makes room both for teaching and learning. At the sack lunch ministry, Jesus partakes of kind food given to the yearning. And at art camp, I am a champ.
We like camp.
Though I am not a lamb, so much is created at Grace. There is no better place for joy, love, and possibility. This is a sad verse. A few weeks ago, somebody wrote on our welcome sign with a Sharpie. Bold, firm, and clear was their quote about avoiding parthenocarpy. There's a definition for you. Was all our hope then lost?
It was lost.
I tell you it was not. Along came Barbara and Jen with soft scrub close at hand. And now you're once again welcome. Now we're getting to the part where you can sing along with Luther. If you have steins close at hand, swing the steins. If you don't, I don't know, just swing something else. All right, can you read this okay? All right, let's do it. Ready, Sue? Thanks to choir ushers, altar guild, we praise God every Sunday. With questions and new hope were filled for the facing of each Monday. A friendly fortress we are.
Yes, we are.
Like magi following the star, each of us our own gifts bringing to where new life finds beginning. We walk together to mysteries. All right, here we go. Well done. We are the people of this place, here for faith, love, and connection, looking for God in neighbor's face, in cross and resurrection. We're seeking here to be known. We're seeking here for home, open to the Spirit's call, open to one and all. Alleluia, Grace Memorial. some nice sign holding. Phoebe, thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you, Sue. What? Dan and Charlene, what happens now? Okay, very good.
I was up all night writing that song, so I appreciate the applause. Thank you so much. Well, we have another trivia question. None other than Dan Carlson.
Thank you, my fellow Dan. Trivia number 3, one final shot at glory, people. I realized I have not been repeating the answers, so some of the folks at home, or maybe some of the people, maybe like back in the corner, have not heard the answers. So let's recap the story trivia has told us so far. What patron purchased the land Grace sits on today? Angeline Barry. What was the flaw or feature, depending on your persuasion, in the deed that Grace may not be mortgaged? That brings us to, we've got land, we've got a deed, we need a building. So who was the architect of Grace Memorial Church? Do you remember his first name? You're halfway there. Ellis Lawrence, yes. And wait, there's a bonus question. One little bit more of glory to be distributed. What building on the UO campus is named after Ellis Lawrence? Is that true? I got Lawrence Hall, so you know. All right, well, I'm willing to give it to you on principle. All right.
Thank you, Dan. I don't know what to think, Rick, but I've never seen her that excited. You got work to do, man. We have one more raffle for one more bag, one more apron, one more bag of coffee, and a candy bar. Oh. Oh, she didn't like that number. Get another one. Get mine. One more drum roll. Last of the night. Okay. All right. And it is 387164. The lucky winner is, got to be here to win, 387164. Check your numbers. Oh my God. Do we get to do it again? Oh, be still my heart. I don't know if I can do this. Let's see if you got it right this time. It's a big disappointment. 387160. 387160. Oh, shame on those people who left early or couldn't make it. I'm sorry for those who couldn't make it. Third time's a charm. We did have a few people who couldn't make it because of illness tonight, unfortunately. Okay, 387243. You know, we may be here all night. 287243. That isn't good enough, Charles. Sorry. I know Charlene's a ringer, but you don't get that. You don't get it that easy. Okay, fourth try. 387149. Oh, come on. We're not a room full of losers. There's got to be somebody that's got this here. 387149. Nope. Pretty sure we sold all these tickets. 387244. It's not a consolation prize anymore. 387244. 387244. This, if the next one doesn't work, I'm going to take the stuff. So let me try. This really wasn't supposed to be the most suspenseful part of the night. You know? All right. 387172. That's impossible. Yeah! Is there anyone here more deserving than Demetria? I don't think so. I don't think so. Congratulations to Demetria. Spoken through a room full of disappointed people. Well, that's it, folks. We're going to draw to a close to a close with a benediction from Father Martin and then some comments from Charlene.
Thank you, indeed. I feel like we should say thanks to our MCs. I happen to be holding flowers. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Charlene.
Thank you.
Yay, so great.
Thank you.
Just a quick, we usually end services with announcements, so a quick plug on, it's this Sunday coming up, right, Jennifer, that Zavi and Genevieve are getting baptized. So, yeah, you're invited to church for that'd be lovely to celebrate with Jennifer and with them. That's going to be a special occasion. We're also remembering reading the necrology, the names of people whom we love and see no more. Maybe we could. You're going to say something after this, I think. Okay, so let's have a prayer then. Let us pray. Lord, thanks for being your people, and thanks in particular for being this place that we call Grace Memorial. Gosh, this is a gift to get to follow you and get to follow you in particular at 17th and Weidler Street. We're just so thankful for the cloud of witnesses who've carried this place across almost 120 years. Nancy and friends were telling us about getting this church built in 1926, and so many wonderful things have happened in this building and continue to happen on this block. We are grateful for that, and we look forward with hope and curiosity about what you're going to call us to do next. We know that this campus is going to be the home for affordable housing in a few years. We know it's going to continue to be a home for art and creativity and discovery and adventure. This is going to continue to be a place of healing, belonging, and meaning for so many people. And we just say yes to that. We say thank you for all that has been and yes for all that's coming. We ask that you will call us and help us to be as generous as we can with this place, and in so doing, proclaim the gospel to people far and near, even if that's not language that they use. We ask that folks will discover the love that we found in this place. May we be the kind of people who, like in When Harry Met Sally, that folks will look at us and say, I want what they're having. And may we be good news in a world that needs it so much. Thanks be to God for for this gathering, for the joy and generosity in it, for the laughter, and maybe even for a few tears. And may it send us forth with energy to do the work you have given us to do. We love you, and we ask all these things in the name of our brother Jesus. Amen.
Couple of thank yous. So teamwork makes the dream work. If you've never been on this committee and have never hosted this, there's a lot of work behind it. I am going to call up our three amazing, they're trying to hide, co-chairs to please come up. Please give our round of applause to Kirsten Green, Carol Brown, and Carol Sneed. Thank you. Thank you to all of the amazing volunteers, to the donors, to our amazing youth who are out here. And then a couple of reminders. The silent auction remains open until 10 p.m. So after you arrive home safely, please log onto your computer and tap in. And then for our silent auction winners, remember you can pick up your items at the 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. service in the parish hall on this coming Sunday, November 6th. I'll be remiss to not acknowledge that our theme for tonight is focused on North Africa, which sort of inspired. The ensemble I've decided to put on for you all tonight. This was for y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. And I just think, one thing I just also want to acknowledge is that as we celebrate North Africa, I encourage you to take a moment to learn about the continent, learn about the countries, learn about the culture, learn about the people and the history that represents North Africa. And lastly, we wish you a great and wonderful night. And remember that your grace is sufficient with thee. Have a blessed night.
جرحوني أنا اللي عطيته قلبي وهو جرحوني جوج ما قالها ليا حلفات أنا غريبي جوج ما قالها ليا شدوا يا الناس عليه أنا ما نويت فراقه هو اللي نوى الفراق أنا ما نويت فراقه هو اللي نوى الفراق جوج ما قالها ليا حلفات أنا غريبي جوج ما قالها ليا شدوا يا الناس عليه أنا اللي عطيته شعري وهو قبلوا ليا أنا اللي عطيته شعري وهو قبلوا ليا جوج ما قالها ليا حلفات أنا غريبي جوج ما قالها ليا شدوا يا الناس عليه أنا ما نويت فوقه هو اللي نوى الفراق أنا ما نويت فوقه هو اللي نوى الفراق جوج ما قالها ليا حلفات أنا غريبي جوج ما قالها ليا شدوا يا الناس عليه أنا اللي عطيته شعري وهو خبلوا ليا أنا اللي عطيته شعري وهو خبلوا ليا جوج ما قالها ليا حلفات أنا غريبي جوج ما قالها ليا شدوا يا الناس عليه أنا ما نويت فوقه هو اللي نوى الفراق أنا ما نويت فوقه هو اللي نوى الفراق جوج ما قالها ليا حلفات أنا غريبي جوج ما قالها ليا شدوا يا